Hey guys, you're with me, Kevin, your scuba professional, and today we're here to unbox and review the Mares Fusion Octo that we've got available on our site. First thing I notice, it comes in this really great Mares box. Really like a Mares box, is just add water. But let's open it up to see what's going on inside. And here's this really great Octo. This is a good quality piece of equipment here. Let's see what else is going on over here. I can recycle that, and the rest of the stuff that can be recycled. It's a warranty. I'm going to hang on to that. Warranties are important. Tech specs are an instruction manual. Important you read this beginning to end so you fully understand the complete workings of your Mares Fusion Octo. Right, so let's have a look at the Octo itself. Starting at the top and working our way to the bottom. It's got a standard low pressure port at the top over there with a hose protector. This will fit on pretty much any first stage, no matter what the brand. You can just stick it on. It's got a really great braided hose from Mares here. Nice long yellow braided hose. Mares making some really good quality braided hoses. And then we come down to the Fusion Octo. And just have a look at that Octo. It's a really good looking Octo as well. So quite often people will cheap out on Octos going, oh, it's not needed every now and again, not that much, and if a diver needs it, they can just grab it. I think if you're investing in a really high-end air system, a high-end Octo is a good thing to go with it, because you want to make sure that the person you buddy with, which could potentially be a loved one, it has the best possible equipment to them should they run into trouble underwater. So why wouldn't you also have a really high-end Octo? Because when it's needed, it's really needed. So the Fusion Octo, to run through it, this has got their chrome plated second stage Octo area, so it's quite relatively heavy, not very heavy, I say quite heavy. It's got a good weight and good feel to it, and that's because of the material that it's made of. It's got the chrome finish and plating on it, so it's really rugged. The faceplate, the whole front of the Mares regulator there is on a hinge, so the whole section is a purge, so that's really good. You can push anywhere on that Octo. It's going to purge the air out. One of the things I really like is the way they've designed that faceplate. It's got grooves on the top and the bottom of the Mares sign there, and that deflects the water away from the faceplate of the Octo, which reduces the chances of it free flowing. As far as the rest of the Octo is concerned, it's really good looking. We mentioned it's made of like this sort of matted or pearl type chrome, so that means it's going to age really well. It's got a comfy bite mouthpiece. Over here you've got this little blanking plug. My advice is to take this, recycle it, and throw it away. Don't leave it in there. Quite often people leave it in thinking that it protects the rig, but if you've got a diver that's in trouble and they're out of air and they reach for that Octo, you don't want them to grab it and shove it in their mouth. They're not going to think to pull that out, so that could be potentially hazardous. So just take it out. You don't need it. If you're worried about the Octo free flowing for whatever reason, which isn't a high possibility with this one, but just take it and turn it into the water when you've got it attached to your BCD. Don't leave it that way. Leave it that way. There's no chance of a free flow and everything's good. So just a top tip from me on position of Octos. Back to the features of this Fusion Octo. One of the things I've noticed, and I'm sure you will too, is this does not have a dive pre-dive setting, and it also doesn't have the adjustment knob or the throttle on the side. So from the dive pre-dive setting, the reason most Mares regulators, in fact I think all Mares regulators don't have that, is because they run the VAD technology, the vortex assisted design, and that's that little extra bit of piping at the top of this Octo. Essentially what that does is it splits the air as it enters the Octo or regulator chamber. The way a regulator normally works, doorway opens, air travels in, it's got a vortex or a big whirlwind, and then you breathe it out. That does sometimes cause a difference in pressure, and that causes the regulator to free flow. So it sucks the faceplate in, and then you have an uncontrolled free flow. That's why you have the dive pre-dive to create resistance. The VAD over here, that splits a bit of air and spits it out higher up in the chamber. So that doesn't allow that vortex to take place or get out of control. So it balances the airflow, which makes it really easy for you to breathe, but also reduces the chance of the regulator ever having a free flow. The other thing that this regulator has, because it's a really high-end regulator, is the VAD assist. That's the vortex assisted design assistance. So you've got two settings. You've got standard VAD, and then you've got a VAD plus. When you click it onto VAD plus, that engages an extra valve or a pneumatic valve, which mechanically opens and closes the doorway, making it much easier to breathe from this regulator. So if you have a panic diver that comes to you who is out of air or low on air and really needs air in a hurry, and you're at a deeper depth, you donate your Octo and you realize that they're battling to breathe, they can just literally click it over to the VAD assist, and that'll reduce the amount of resistance it takes to breathe, and they can really catch their breath, which is super safe if you ever have a situation like that on a deeper dive or in an emergency where someone's really battling to breathe. This goes a long way to delivering the airflow at the rate that a diver needs it, especially in an emergency. So I think it's a really good idea to invest in a really high-end Octo. Your Octo should always be as well spec'd as your primary regulator, because as I said, it's those closest to you and your dive buddies that are going to need it in an emergency. So why not give them the best possible equipment in that environment? So there's that review of the Mares Fusion Octo available on our website. Got the vortex assisted design as well as the VAD Plus, or the twin power Mares call it, just to increase the flow rate. And this made of a really nice chrome finish. It's quite a rugged regulator as well. So if you guys are enjoying the product reviews, please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just give us a click over there, give us a subscribe and a like. The more subscribers we have, the more videos we're going to do. It's all the fans that drive us to do all this hard work to make all these videos. You can also go check out the social streams, facebook.com/scuba.co.za, and all our Instagrams and Twitstagrams and all the other Grammy whammies. Go give scuba.co.za a search. We're bound to come up, and we'll keep you up to date with all the cool things we've got going on. So that's it from me, guys, and I look forward to seeing you really soon in the water. And I really mean that. I do look forward to seeing you guys like really soon, because like this particular set of videos is being shot during this whole COVID really weird lockdown. So we're like stuck in the studio with all these videos, and we're just doing content. And you know what we really want to do? Get out and go diving and having salt withdrawals. But soon. Doesn't mean we get to do a lot of cool reviews though. That I mentioned, subscribe to the channel and then we'll do more reviews. Makes it all worthwhile. Okay, I'll see you later.